Alright guys, welcome back to Deep South Bayou Diesel. It's been quite a while since I've made another video on this channel. I've been busy on my motorcycle channel. There's my motorcycle over there. I haven't done anything with it yet. Today's my day off. We just got back from a long trip, a very long trip. And do you know why we came back from a long trip? So, boom. Say hello to the new addition to the diesel family. This is a 2006 F250 with the 6.0. I actually just went up to Little Rock and picked this up for $2,900. And in my honest opinion, because of all the quirks that it has wrong with, I mean, this was severely neglected. This truck was severely neglected. It needs cab mount bushings. I'm trying to figure out where the misfire is. I mean, this thing supposedly has 300 plus horses from the factory, but my 7.3 behind me will knock this thing out of the dust, or out of the water. This thing is sluggish. It is a pile of crap, and I'm going to fix it. I'm going to worry about the mechanical portions first before I worry about the aesthetics, but I do want to replace these headlights. They are halogen and they're faded. That's horrible. I want to change the fog lights, probably change the housings out, put some better housings on it, and then go with some LED lights. Paint those tow hooks. Put some cab lights on it, change the, I think I already said change the mirrors, but it's got power windows and locks. You know, everything works except for that back window over there, so the rear passenger window doesn't work. The AC works, but the blower motor does not. So if you're up to speed and you've, got pretty good air coming through your vents, if you turn the AC on, it will start to cool off inside the truck, but no, the blower motor doesn't work, so I need to look into that. The power, the thing does work. These keys look just like the keys to my 7.3, so I'm betting this does not have a PAT system, so I should be able to change out the ignition switch without all this, because this looks damaged. One of these is the door key. I believe it's this one right here. Let's see if this even works. Okay, so that's not working. Let's try the other key. Okay, so it actually does work. But again, I'd like to switch these out. But yeah, as you can see, this works. You know, it's locked. It's unlocked, and the inside's not too bad. I mean, you got your normal tear right here from everyone getting in and out. It is a carpet interior rather than the vinyl interior, and as you can see, it's got 291,517 miles, but like I said, it just falls on its face. Radio's okay, it's factory, that's going to get changed out. Oh god, that's going to get changed out. Cruise control works great. As you can see, both of the dome lights work. Like I said, the interior is almost the same as my 02 over here, 7.3. It's just I do like the fact that the speedometer is on the right side, because I am left-handed, so I have my hand on the steering wheel right here, and a lot of times my hand is covering the tachometer, whereas in my 7.3 it's actually covering the speedometer. So I have no excuse for going too fast. When I look and see the speed limit has been reduced, I can say, oh, I need to slow down. So I like that. All the doors work. Well, make a liar out of me, won't you? There we go. But yeah, all the doors work. And another reason I'm glad I have this, again, this is, I don't know why I did that. That's for the windows, not for the locks. But I can study this because I'm wanting to incorporate a lot of this to that over there, because that's XL. This is an XLT. The guy I got this from left a bunch of stuff in here for me, I guess you could say. So if there's anything in here in the back of this truck that's valuable, I am definitely going to keep it. I ended up getting this hitch, but I do not want to keep it. I want the four-way. It's got 3 different balls and a hook on it. So I'll probably be getting that. But it won't be for this truck. It'll be for that one. That's my tow truck over there. Tow truck. That's my towing and hauling truck over there. Now, of course, this truck is a 3/4 ton, so it definitely can tow and haul quite a bit. But I didn't get it for that. I got it to, because I really wanted to try my hand with the 6.0, Everyone's, 6 blow, and I didn't realize that there didn't have a shield over here. And this is actually in the wrong location. Oh, this is one of those wedge styles. I have another set in my 7.3 over there that actually go up along there. So, that... it'll be another thing that I end up doing. I am putting a lift kit on here because this is just too damn short to me. This is way too short. I can almost walk into this truck. So, a lot of people are confused when they look at, my 7.3, because they're like, oh, it's 4-wheel drive. No, it's not. It's 2-wheel drive. I don't have a use for 4-wheel drive. I don't go off into the woods, and if I did, well, first off, I live in the woods. So let's just get that out of the way. I live in the woods. But if I'm going to go out into the woods, like in the woods, I'll get a 4-wheeler. I'm not a big fan of side-by-sides, but I'll get a side-by-side. I'm not taking a big-ass 3/4 ton or 1 ton out into the freaking woods. But yeah, I'm really excited about this truck because it does have a lot of potential. It's just a matter of, taking the time. Family member of mine did front me a couple $100 because the previous owner of this reached out to me a couple days ago and said, hey, you need to get out here, get this truck if you actually want it. Because I had been in contact with him for a month. That's why a couple of videos back in my motorcycle video, I said that I'm looking to get a 6.0. And that's because I was in constant communication with the previous owner. This is a small dealership. Anyway, it was a small dealership that I went and bought this from. I mean, so small that the office was just a little miniature shed. It was literally no bigger than my 8x8 that I built here. It was that big. And I think it's family owned. And they have a bunch of vehicles that a lot of people wouldn't bat an eyelash at because they have a lot of problems aesthetically and mechanically. But if you can work on your own vehicles, this is the perfect place to go. The guy wanted $3,500 for this. And after I looked it over, we negotiated. I originally offered $2,800, but he said, hey, let's meet in the middle. Because he was dead set on getting $3,000 from me, and I said $2,800. He said, you know what? Let's meet in the middle, $2,900. I said, I'm not breaking a deal over $100. Here you go. And I don't think the fuel gauge works, because I went to put $40 worth of fuel in here, and the thing kept overflowing. And then I saw diesel dripping at the tank. Now, it's not dripping now, but while I was filling it up, it was overflowing. So I'm wondering if that thing was nearly full, because I only got a little over $20 in there, and it wouldn't go anymore. So, you could see the fuel in the neck, in the filler neck. So I'm sitting here thinking, okay, fuel gate's got to be broken, because Little Rock is Well, I went to North Little Rock, not Little Rock. So I went about 114 miles from where I am. But let's see here. Let's turn this key. Oh, that's the door key. Let's turn this key. As you can see, the fuel gauge only went up just a little bit. So I'm wondering if the sending unit inside the tank is bad. Now, I know the 7.3 doesn't have a fuel tank in the tank, or doesn't have a fuel pump in the tank. The fuel pump sits right underneath the driver's side, about right in that area right there. I don't know if these 6.0s are like that. And I've heard that some have a low pressure pump and a high pressure pump. So, I mean, I'm in brand new territory here. You know, I'm learning a lot. You know, I have a lot to learn, but I'm actually going to be pulling these Nerf bars off of here, and I'll be putting them on Marketplace because I don't want this style. I'm actually going to go with the running rails that are on my 1 ton over there, because I'm going to put lights in it just like over there. Pretty much I'm setting this truck up the same way as that one over there. And there's a guy on Marketplace that has a turnover gooseneck hitch that goes in the center of the truck in the bed, and I'll probably be ordering that as well. Or not ordering it, but going and buying it from him. The guy only wants 25 bucks for it. He says it's stuck in the stuck closed position. I'll soak that son of a gun in a bucket of oil for a couple of weeks, and I bet you it won't be stuck anymore. But yeah, there's a 4-way over there too, if you guys can see that. So I mean, that's useful. But also, if anyone knows what kind of liner this is, what kind of bed liner this is what I wanted to do to my I mean, look how scratch resistant that is. You know, you scratch a little bit and then you rub that off. This bed liner is actually the type of bed liner I wanted to put for paint job on that truck over there. That's Rust-Oleum bed liner on that 1 ton over there. Whatever bed liner this is what I would love to do when I repaint that truck, and then when I paint this truck. So, and I also need to get new tailgate badges. I'm not updating or upgrading this tailgate to the newer style. What I'm probably going to do is pull this tailgate off. That 5th wheel tailgate, or gooseneck tailgate, whatever, will probably go on here. And I'm wanting to put like the 08 and up tailgate where it has Super Duty embedded into the back of it on that truck. And then I've got a 2010 rear bumper on my 1 ton over there, but I think I also want to do that with this. I do think I want to upgrade this bumper. I don't like the look of this rounded crap. I like the flat, because I'm also going to put backup lights. I'm going to put those in the bumper. So this bumper, as far as I can tell, is not damaged in any way. And I'm not sure if it'll go on like a 150, but I know it'll go on another 250 and a 350. There are a couple of dings in it, but I mean, I'd just throw this thing on Marketplace for like 50 bucks, first come, first serve. This tail light's busted. I didn't even notice that until I got here, but I have another set of tail lights to go on here, so I'm not even worried about it. I'm going to deck this thing out with LEDs all the way around. I already mentioned the new mirrors. So, I mean, really, it's just, I got something else just in case that diesel goes down. I have another one. And then, of course, it's a crew cab, so it's enough for my family to fit in. And I also don't have to worry, you know, if my wife and I end up having another kid, I don't have to be like, well, I need to get a bigger vehicle. You could put 3 car seats in the back of this truck, and actually you could put 3 car seats in the back of that truck, and you can have a booster seat in the front of that, because it's got the center jump seat. This interior, which I'm not a big fan of, as you can see, it has that stupid style, and it has the captain seats where the armrest comes down. I'll probably end up cutting the armrests off on either side there and end up putting a jump seat in the center of it. I just need to find a cloth jump seat. But other than that, not much else to really talk about. You know, I got a good deal on these tires, I will admit that. They're a little on the small side, 265 7017. I believe mine over there like 285 75 16s. So these rims are interchangeable, but the tires are not, because these are 17s and my 1-ton has 16-inch tires on there. But yeah, these tires, they have some decent tread on them. I mean, they're not brand spanking new, but I mean, they've got some decent tread on them, and the sidewall's not cracked. So I mean, I say I keep them clean, keep them properly aired, inflated, and they should last me quite a while. And yeah, these are Goodyear Wranglers, I believe, all the way around. Let's see what the other side looks like. I can't stand having a vehicle with a bunch of mismatched tires. Hey look, I got a hairy caterpillar. Decided to check out the tread as well. But anyway, yeah, that's the exact same all the way around. But anyway, guys, I'm not going to talk your ear off for like 20-30 minutes. It's approaching a 20-minute video. So as always, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I hope my channel grows. Stay tuned, more updates to come. But I will be more active on my motorcycle channel here coming up, Outlaw Bayou Rider. So just be sure to check that out. Subscribe over there, and of course, when I don't, if I'm gonna upload something over here, I will start mentioning it on my motorcycle channel. But I mean, my motorcycle channel is starting to grow, and I'm happy about that. But I'd like to see this channel grow as well. I'm not going to be one of these YouTubers that are like, if I can get 500 subs, I don't care about that. Because if people aren't watching, well, I'm glad I'm replacing that anyway. If people aren't watching the channels and enjoying the content that I'm putting out, I don't care about having, 100 subs or 500 subs or 5 million subs. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for actual... If I had 30 subs on my motorcycle channel, I've got, I believe, 14 now, but I've got like 85 on this channel. If I had 800 subs indefinitely and everyone enjoyed the content I put out, I would be happy. I'm not trying to make it big on YouTube. I just enjoy wrenching on things. I do it as a hobby. I have 30 plus years of automotive experience. I'm just now getting into diesels. I've got over a year of experience with that 7.3, and I love that truck to death. And now I want to see what I can put my knowledge, I want to see what knowledge I can put towards fixing this up and seeing where I can go with there. Because if I fix this up, and I'm like, hey, I could probably get $8,000 out of this truck, I could flip this truck and get another 6.0 that I don't have to put a whole bunch of time and effort into. Or I could just keep this. I mean, it's really just a decision I decide to make with my wife, because I don't get any vehicle and just make it a sole decision. I include my wife, and that's my choice, and that's because I respect her. But anyway, yeah, I guess that will be it. Speaking of my wife, she actually loves the truck. She can't wait to see how it turns out. So, and I can't wait to take my kids for a ride in this truck. They've been in that truck, and they have a blast in that truck. They love the turbo. So, and I think this is the 9-blade turbo. I mean, it's got that aircraft sound to it. I don't want to keep starting the truck up with the misfire. If I don't want to cause more problems than it already has. But when I get it squared away, of course, I'll do startup videos, cold start videos. I mean, the works. So as always, guys, more to come. Thanks for watching. Later, Gators.